I am
Good morning, GawriShankar. How are you
good.
doing?
Yeah, doing good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Congratulations on passing PMP exam.
Thank you very much. I'm also too much excited for clearing the exam.
Great, and I'm really excited to see your result. You are the first student who got that much higher score in PMP exam. So if you see your bar, that is
Oh,
actually
okay.
in the middle of the above target, which means you got roughly around 85%, 90% of the marks in the real exam, and that's really, really amazing.
Oh, great. I don't know exactly. Means like I thought about target is means like maybe 70, 80%, but exactly I don't know what 90% I have crossed. Okay. Great to hear.
No, no, because if you look at that bar, that is on the extreme right side of the entire scale. That's amazing. Once again, congratulations, GawriShankar, and thank you so much for taking the time out for this session because this would be really helpful for people who are preparing for the exam. So let's start with brief introduction, your professional background, where do you work, and your total years of experience specifically in product management.
Okay. So as I told, right, I am from India. Okay, so I had total experience, overall experience of 15 years plus, 15 years experience in the IT industry. Uh, Predominantly, I work with the logistics domain in the last 15 years. So I'm into development and then implementations of the project across the globe. Okay, so that is a high-level background about my professional career. I'm working currently in an MNC, which is globally renowned logistics industry. That's it. No.
All right, thank you. So when did you start your preparation and how much total time you spent in the entire preparation process?
Okay, totally, I would say it's 6 weeks of journey. The final stretch, what I did is 6 weeks. Uh, just to Before I started, couple of times, almost 3, 4 times I have started it, but I could not able to make out means complete my journey of writing exam. Okay, so what happened is means like I have taken a course from you in the last year June. Okay. So what happened is after taking a course, I thought of immediately taking the course. Okay, by means like after completing the course, I got a complete understanding, the confident that I could able to clear it because you used to give the tutorials, the notes, whatever you used to give, right? So that helped, that boosted a lot. And in fact, I thought that I could be able to clear, but due to a lot of other reasons, I could not able to make time, and then I delayed it. But last 6 weeks, I decided, okay, because this is a I don't have the time. Okay, so actually, if I say 17th is the last date to take an exam, so what I did is 17th of June this year is the last date. So what I did, 16th is the last Sunday, so which I could able to make the time and I can able to write the exam. So for that reason, I have booked the slot first of all, and then has 6 weeks of time. Okay, so I planned 6 weeks to complete this the course exam amount.
All right, so the pressure of that deadline that really
Yeah.
helped you prepare for the
Yes.
exam.
Yes.
Okay, okay,
Because
great.
yes.
Okay, so what study material or resources did you use for preparation purposes?
Amar, actually, I have see. I would like to thank you very much. Thank you, like for passing this exam. Okay, it's like because you are the key inspiration to me, and your guidance become a like maximum factor. Say 70% is your effort only. Okay, so because of you only, I have cleared it. The reason also I would like to tell you because what I what I preferred is so when I start off deadline. Okay, I have a deadline in place, so I need to write the exam. So first, what I did, I have gone through the notes. Okay, so I have prepared a notes when a class when you are giving a lecture, right? So I have taken my notes. So during that, each and every topic I have done. Okay, so first week I completely gone through your notes, each and every topic. Okay, so that is what I divided. And I spent around initially 1 hour of time, morning, early mornings. Because as I told, I'm working professional, so I could not able to make the time in the normal hours. So morning, early hours, I used to spend 1 hour where I gone through complete your notes. Okay. So then, as you preferred, right, Rita Mulka book. Okay. So I have gone through, started reading from the next week. Okay. So high level. Okay. So I'm based on your book, and then Rita Mulka, I have almost taken 2 weeks of time, 2 to 3 weeks to read the Rita Mulka. Okay. And I spent only 2 hours of time during this next 2 weeks, uh, roughly. Okay. So in that also, what I used to do is I started. Okay. So after maybe from third week onwards, we have means like you have created a PMP community group, right? So I used to see regularly your this Q&A sessions. Okay. So which I could not able to attend due to some reasons, like as I told, right, I used to not able to make time. Whenever I get a time, right, the Q&A sessions, I used to see the recordings. Okay, so that I have every day. What I did is every 30 minutes. Okay, so I would definitely I would go through your Q&A sessions, because that helped me on top of all this, right? Whatever I'm saying, your book or Rita Mulka book. Okay, so your Q&A sessions helped a lot, because in that, although I am not participating in live, so I used to see the recordings where I used to get understanding, okay, what is the approach we need to take for an answer. Because see, although you are giving a 10 questions, okay, so but it goes 1 hour, more than an hour. That shows that how we are going in depth against each and every question. Okay, so that is predominantly helped me a lot. Okay, so in clearing this exam, because whenever I see a question in the exam, right, so I correlate, okay, how you used to explain the question, right? So answers, how we need to pick the choice from that. So that helped me a lot, Amar, in that. Okay, so the second from second third week onwards, I started this reading, following your Q&A sessions, and in fact, you have a lot of videos uploaded in the YouTube, right? So which has each and every topic you have been covered in a specific manner. So I gone through, means like whenever I get a time, so from the third week onwards, I used to go through your videos. Okay, I used to clean, like uh, each and every question I used to see your the questions, answers also, how you are explaining. Okay, so and what the other colleagues, right? So other team, how they are answering it. Okay, so what is their perspective, how they are understanding. So that way, I planned it. Q&A sessions helped me a lot, and I continued this maybe till fifth week. Okay. Uh, so what I did is last week, especially what I did last 2 weeks onwards. If you remember, maybe you have shared as in a community group, there is around 2,000 questions you have shared. Okay. So in that, I started following that question and answers. Okay. So I used to write the mock exams by using that. Okay. So I used to complete your last 2 weeks, right? That is the key. And finally, okay, the mock test I cleared almost. Okay, so whatever you have shared, right, 2,000 questions. So if I see an exam, right, predominantly it looks similar. The questions look similar. Okay, maybe the what I say, the scenarios, whatever you have given in that the mock test, right? So that means, like, I would say anyone, I would suggest anyone, right, who is want to write an exam, you can follow blindly Amar's book, Amar's lessons. Means like whenever you are going, right, class lecture, so you can take a gist of that, and then next you go and clear the 2,000 questions. Okay, and get the answers also explained in a better manner. Okay, so I mean, like once you clear the exam, you have each and every answer, you have given the reason behind it. Okay, so that will help you go inside, and you can understand more the topic in more depth. Okay, so that helped a lot, because that is the last stretch what I did. Okay, mock exams. After really completing like a high level, I read Rita Mulka, and then your Q&A questions sessions parallelly, and then mock test. Okay, so mock test, I followed your questions, and apart from that, in the final last 2 days, 3 days, I had did some online mock test also. But it is anyway similar to your questions. So when compared to your questions, it is very less, like complexity is less. That helped a lot. Okay, so Friday and the last Saturday I have cleared some two tests, and then I went on Sunday for an exam. So it helped me a lot in clearing the exam mostly.
All right. Thank you so much for detailed explanation. So I'm happy that Q&A sessions were really helpful, and especially the mock exam. So yes, this is the simple strategy that I used to tell to my students, like take the course, go through the content either in the form of books, notes, or whatever resources you have, and then solve mock exams. If you're getting more than 70% in the mock exams, means you're ready to write the exam. So follow this simple strategy and just pass the exam. All right, great. So what was your score in those mock exams, average score?
Average score around 70% I used to get. Okay. 70, 75. Okay, so I used to get. And initially when I start, it's around 60. And then slowly it increased to 75 finally when I stopped final exam and I written.
All right, great. And let's talk about the exam now on the exam day. Did you take the exam online at home or at the exam center?
It's online I have taken exam.
Online at home.
Yes. At
Okay,
home.
how was your experience?
Experience is good actually. As I told, right, I have taken a last slot for the particular day, Sunday. Okay, so that's the reason I have not preferred the exam center, because it's in India, it's around 8 o'clock is the timeline what slot I have taken, and it's when stretched around 12:15 I have completed my exam, midnight. So that's the reason I have taken a course, exam online, and experience is good. Amar. There is no what I say, like there is no struggles I faced. So I planned the exam in such a way, how can we clear the 180 questions in a phased manner. Okay, and I could able to successfully complete, manage my timeline. So by taking break, maybe around 5 minutes of break after each and every 60 questions, right? So what I did is like 60 questions, one break, and then 60 questions, one break, and finally I have completed the last test.
All right. Did you get your result right after the exam or you had to wait?
I had to wait actually. One day I have waited. Okay, so exactly in a 24 hours I got the result. So at the end, I not means like I'm not able to see any result. Okay, so whether it's pass or through, because it's been mentioned that in you'll be getting back in 48 hours.
Yes, if you take the exam online at home or office, then you have to wait 24 to 48 hours. However, if you take the exam at the exam center, you get your preliminary results right after the exam. Okay, so
Now,
now let's talk about the exam content. What was the distribution of questions in terms of methodologies? Like, what's the percentage of waterfall, agile, or hybrid type questions?
so most of the questions, what I understand from gone through, right? It's an agile plus hybrid uh, is what I got most of the questions. Okay, so based on the agile topics, I received most of the queries, questions, and then hybrid also we have gone through.
All right, thank you. And did you see any question where you had to do some sort of mathematical calculation?
There's only, I guess, only one question I got in the mathematical calculations, but I was like, I remember that, Amar, when you're giving a classes, right, very less questions you will get in the formula based answers. So the same happened. Okay, so that's the reason I did not concentrate much on the calculation part also. But I think very one question I got it.
All right, all right. If you could recall, what were the most important topics in your exam where students should focus?
I would prefer is like a process procurement. Okay, so most of the questions, around 6, 7 questions I saw in the procurement, and then in during the scope management. Okay, so most of the is like questions came in scope management part also, scope and schedule. This combined, there are a lot of questions actually. Scope, schedule, and this what you say procurement. I got most of the questions, And then after that, if you complete this, then most of them are the scenario based. Okay, so when in a project, when you're handling a project of IT, so what if somebody leaves in the middle? Okay, so most of the questions are similar, right? Whatever you've given in the mock test. So it's a scenario based questions are more.
Right. And what was the average length of questions? You said they were scenario based. So what was the average length of the statement of the questions?
It's around 3 lines. 3 lines.
3 lines.
3 lines. Most of the questions, as I told, like when they come into the scope and schedule, procurement, these are 2 line questions actually mostly. Scenario based very less. It went in a high, 5 lines. I think, I guess only 1 or 2 questions I got 5 lines, but most of them are it's 3 line questions, scenario based wherever I got.
All right. Were you confident that you were going to pass the exam during the exam?
Yes, 100% I'm confident. I would, because I once I started, I was a bit nervous. Okay, when I started, but once I take off it, means like after completing 20 questions, so I got a confidence that because I whatever I have gone through mock tests. Okay, so I thought it will be it's a similar pattern which I am going to face going forward. And I used to see the time, monitoring the time, and based on that, I planned it. Okay, so what I did first 60 questions, what I did is whatever questions I'm full confident, I have taken first of all 60 questions. In that, for example, around 20 questions, I'm not fully confident in the first 60 questions. 20 to roughly 15 to 20 questions. So what I did is I take a pause. Okay, so I have marked it as pause. Okay, and have gone through it. After completing my 60 questions, then I have reviewed the rest of the questions, because 60 in that 40%, for 40 questions I have fast enough to clear write the exam. Wherever I feel that little more in depth, I need to go through the question and answers, so I kept it for a review. And after 60th question, I reviewed all the balance one, and I cleared that. And that's it. Means like 60 questions are done. So then I have taken a pause. Same exercise I did for the next 16 questions also. So wherever I'm confident, I have given an answer then and there. And if not confident, I taken a pause and give an answer in the last.
All right. Did you mark questions for review or did you
Yeah.
flag the questions?
Mark for review.
Okay. How many questions did you mark for review?
That's what around say 25 overall questions. I have taken a break, right? 60 initially. I have taken more. Okay, so 15 to roughly 20, but afterwards second slot onwards I'm a bit confident, so I have not taken, means like roughly around maybe less than 10 questions I have marked for you, and last I have
Yes,
completed in a single stretch.
absolutely. Because if you mark too many questions for review, then you won't be having enough time to review them later.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
uh,
Yes. First
how did
60
you
minutes
manage
I have
your
taken the
time?
time.
Yeah, go
Sorry,
ahead, please. Go ahead.
no, that's what first 60 minutes I have taken much time. Okay, when compared to the next answering the next 120 questions, I have taken a time, and but after that, it's smooth. It is smooth.
All right. So you were able to manage all the
Yes,
questions within the allocated time of
yes,
230
yes,
minutes.
yes.
All
Exactly
right.
5 minutes before itself, I closed the session, like completed my. It's around 5 minutes left in the last stretch.
All right. What was the most challenging part of the exam in the entire exam preparation journey?
Okay, challenging is in the sense like, see, as I told you, right, you need to complete the exam when you take the course. Otherwise, you will find very difficult. Just like, because I'm the experienced guy. Okay, so when I started course, I should complete. Okay, but it's not happened. I started for one time I prepared. Okay, but again it's not happened. So like that, almost 2 3 times it happened where you lose your memory also. Okay, so what how the preparation went. Again, you need to start from the zero. Okay, so that is my suggestion to anyone who is taking the exam. Once you complete the course with Amar, that is good enough. Okay, so after that, after completing the course, just have the mock questions whatever shared by Amar, right? So you can go through that, and be confident within a 30 days, right? You can able to clear the exam then and there. So you start the course, and within the 30 days, you can able to clear it. It's nothing much challenging what I see after writing the exam.
Absolutely. One of the greatest pieces of advice is just take the exam right after the course with 30 days of margin. Like schedule your exam and take it. Like,
Yes, yes.
yeah. Otherwise, it's difficult to find time for preparation or to stay committed because with job, family, friends, and other responsibilities, it's really, really challenging. So when you complete the course, schedule your exam with the 30 days of margin because 60 to 70 hours of dedicated studies is more than enough to pass the exam. So
Exactly.
keep this target in your mind and just schedule it and follow the process. You will be passing the exam. GawriShankar, thank you so much. Almost we have discussed everything. And once again, congratulations. I'm so happy on your success and I wish you all the best in your future endeavors, in your career, in your personal life and professional life.
Thank you, Amar, very much. I would like to take 1 minute of time. Amar, I really means like I told you initial also. So I am through with the exam because of you mostly. Okay, because your guidance helped me see. In fact, in two different ways. One, you have given the conceptual explanation during the lecture, and apart from that, so you have not left the aspirants. Okay, so you have created a group, PMP community group, and where you regularly used to post the success stories and the question and answer Q&A sessions. Okay, maybe so you're taking a lot of time and putting your efforts to help the other who are aspirants, right, to clear the exams. Okay, so you're posting in the group like success stories, which will boost. So like, means I got boosted from there only because I used to see, okay, a lot of people like getting cleared, okay, and used to give the conference. And apart from that, you're spending some time in preparing the tutorials and posting it in the YouTube. So which is also very great, means like which can help any aspirant, okay, to clear the exam fast. So that way, I would like to thank you, Amar, for spending your time to the society, the community where we are living. So thank you very much for your and appreciate your support on that front.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the appreciation. I'm humbled. It's a great honor to help you all, and that's the idea, just to manage some time. And if that is translated in success of students, that is what the reward for me. Thank you so much for appreciation, and once again, congratulations, and wish you
Thank
all
you.
best of
Thank
luck,
you.
GawriShankar.
Thank you. Thank you, Amar. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Take care. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.